turned off?
I need this camera just for a tiny bit.
Hold on, buddy. It's
I need it just for a little bit.
Okay, let me turn it off. Come here.
No, I need it on for just a tiny bit. I'm gonna make it. We're gonna make a audio mode. I was making a photo of my. I was making make a photo with this toy I have. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it right here where it was. Exactly where it was. Pretty close to it.
Yep. Okay, I didn't show this, but one thing I learned on the last go round with these V-bands is to put the tack welds on the inside, because when you put them on the outside, it pushes that way for some reason. So we got the other end of this welded. Doing some acrobatics here with my foot, but that O2 sensor plugged in. We'll come back and tighten this up. It doesn't. Just a note, if you're gonna do this, that spatter makes it to where it doesn't turn very easily. Still feel like it clamps tight, but as far as rotating, not very well. Don't get messed up though. There, I think we're there now. Oh, if you're even looking at it, use this to kind of, it's fine, we'll be able to get to that. That's useful. This is going to be kind of the butt because when I first put it on, everything was loose. I tightened this down before. I tightened down the flange at the header. It seems to be surprisingly easy. Everything lined up again. Tighten this down. When you don't have a set of ratcheting wrenches, it's well worth buying them. I assume this has to be extremely tight. I don't know that, but I feel like it can't hurt. That's probably gonna impact if I take it off once it rusts up. But my only real concern currently is that's very close right there. I don't know if you can see it's not touching. And this is actually pretty steady, especially once I get that side tightened. We'll blow the transmission, but this is going to be more stable too. So the muffler, I guess the plan is the exhaust is going to kick out right here, 4-inch tips. They're going to come back 18 inches. So they should come back somewhere right in here. I'm going to run them at an angle. Then the muffler is going to run right in this channel right here. So it's hard to see. I don't know if you can get it. Hopefully you can see this. Muffler's going to yay long way. And then it's going to kick out. So I have to see where the pipes are going to come back, how much bending there's going to be, and then basically just measure from the end of this V-band to where the muffler starts and see how much pipe I need there. I'm thinking it's only going to be 6 inches or so, but we'll see. I was concerned when I got it that the piece I had wasn't going to be long enough, but it's being under here, it's way longer than I need. So I'm going to go tighten up the other side, and then I have to call it a day because my tips won't be in until tomorrow. Alright, so the idea is come out right here. Okay, so it won't be quite as pretty on the underside, but I think to get it how I want it, just like this, I'm just going to cut a few pieces and then weld it so that these stay as like a single piece, and then I'll just weld onto that and kind of work it back to the muffler position from there. So let me get that set up. So in my opinion, always good to work on a wooden top because see, I drew out my markings. This is 2.5 inches. That's going to be the offset of the pipes at the bend, so I can line my stuff up how I need it. Put my little piece in here. Once everything's lined up, and then I can tack it or weld it up even. I'm not going to do that on camera because I've got plenty of welding, but that's the plan. And then I'll take and I'll tack the tips on there. I left a little extra because these actually fit inside. Tack them in place, but that way I can cut them loose if I need to make adjustments final adjustments before I weld the tips in place. Alright, so I got the little assembly welded up. I feel like up until this point it's been fairly easy, but now it's going to take some more actual measuring. Probably going to have to get under here with jack stands. And see where we are. I feel like we're a little bit longer than I anticipated. Well, we're going to put a hanger on there until I'm where I want to be. Definitely too long, but that's okay. Well, maybe we're not too long if you get it in the right spot. I don't know if my head's in the way or what. The muffler is roughly 24 inches. Puts it there. Which means we're going to have at least an inch of pipe. The V-band. Oh, this is coming off the V-band, but 25, 26. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the muffler on the V-band, and then I'll put something under that and see where that puts us, and then go from there. But the muffler is going to take up the majority of the space. I think it's going to come to about right there, which is, well, maybe if I can get 2 inches out, come to right there, which is going to be really close. I may have to cut some on the pipe that I have, which is no big deal. So we're going to come to there. So we'll try that. All right, I'm back again. Should be able to see. Always save 2x4s. Scrap pieces of 2x4s. I'm not sure what I'm hitting on here. There. That can come out when we're done. But it should hold this a lot more reasonable. The thing about this job too is, even if you had someone here who could help, which I don't, there's not enough room to get enough hands on this to make a difference. It's still not down far enough, which somewhere, if this thing doesn't fall and hit me in the head, I brought shims to bring it down even more. Let's see. What happened is when I put the Y pipe on, it got hot and it warmed a little bit. Well, it's not perfect, but it's lined up, which means I'm not too worried about that heat shield. I can get a wrench and tighten this up. Okay, I think I got it mocked up. Those are sticking too far out, but I can slide those back. Cut a chunk out of here. I'm going to weld that, then bridge that gap, which I suck at welding, so that'll be interesting. But we're meeting there. We're all good. So I'm going to get this tacked securely. And then I'm going to go in the concrete where I'm not on my back and figure out this other one. I think. I don't know how much it'll move. I may have to do it under here. We'll see. But I'm going to tack this first. So I don't know if I'm making this, but the truck is on an incline. So I am not, it's not jacked up. I'm crawling under a very tight fit. Well, it feels pretty steady actually, which is good. I think I'm gonna be okay to just take this off and figure that out over there. Okay, so it's all welded up. Got the tack on tip. We're gonna fit it under the truck. Find the final position of the tips and the hangers. Okay, so got it back under here, mocked up again. Got this. It's gonna be on a slight tilt up. It's gotta be what's touching this, but got it now to where it's not. It's a narrow gap, but it's not touching it. And I think when I lower the truck, it should all be the same as far as geometry. So it shouldn't, because the whole bed should drop. So it shouldn't affect this. Right now, I have it, I don't know if you can see, tied down here. So I actually need it to sit lower. I'm pulling it down, not pulling it up, which is kind of unusual, but I'm going to weld a hanger here to hold that in place, and eventually put a U-bolt through that to help hold it down. You can see it's bending that up, but I'm hoping that once this is stationary down here, it takes out some of that. And I'll also probably put something up there to hold that. So I'll do this first, and then I will tack the tips. Something moved. Let me fix that. Stick so far down in there, because now I'm gonna, maybe I can just cut them off right here where they are. See how that's yeah, that's a lot. Okay. So it got dark last night, so I didn't record. I got the tips tacked up where I want them. I was afraid they were going to be a little bit uneven. That one wobbles. I think I might tack it again before I move anything. Oh. That tack at the top didn't hold as well. I get that where I need it. And then, let's see, right now I have a block of wood holding this where I need it. So I think I'm going to add the, right there, factory location, another bracket, and we'll see how that holds it down. And if I have to, I'll add another hanger somewhere in this general area. Okay, let's go test with this. Let's see what we got. Here, let's see. Probably not going to be perfect. really. Alright, I'm gonna mess with this and I'll come back. Okay, it got dark, but the final V-band's back on. Hangers welded, pipes hanging out. So I'm just gonna clean up, pull the car around here and jump it off because the battery's dead, and get the first start